Mrityunjayaya Rudraya, Neelakantaya Shambhave, Amriteshaya Sharvaya, Mahadevaya Te Namaha. What if the divine is far closer than we imagine? What if the reality we spend our lives searching for is already present in every breath we take, every thought that arises, every ray of sunlight that touches the earth, and every moment of silence between two thoughts? As the Purva Bhaga of the Linga Purāṇa unfolds, its teachings begin moving into increasingly deeper waters. Earlier stories spoke of devotion, remembrance, humility, and grace through the lives of devotees and seekers. They showed how sincere remembrance of the divine can transform a human life. Yet, beneath those stories lies a deeper invitation. An invitation to discover not only how to remember the divine, but to understand who or what the divine truly is. The journey begins with a simple question. What frees a person from fear? What frees the mind from suffering? What helps us move beyond misfortune, confusion, and the endless restlessness of worldly life? The answer given by the Linga Purāṇa is remarkably simple. Remember the divine, Mahadev. The Linga Purāṇa glorifies the sacred names of Mahadev and Mahavishnu and teaches that remembrance should not be confined to temples, rituals, or special occasions. The divine is not something to be remembered for a few moments each day and forgotten for the rest. Rather, remembrance becomes a way of living. A devotee is encouraged to remember the Lord while walking, eating, resting, working, waking, and sleeping. Spiritual life becomes woven into the ordinary rhythms of existence itself. To reveal the power hidden within such remembrance, the Linga Purāṇa tells this remarkable story of Aitareya. A learned Brahmin had longed deeply for a son. Through great effort and austerity, he was eventually blessed with one, and lovingly performed all the sacred rites prescribed for his upbringing. When the boy came of age, he was invested with the sacred thread and entrusted to the study of the Vedas. But something unexpected happened. The child showed little interest in ordinary learning. While other students quickly mastered the verses, rituals, and sacred recitations, Aitareya remained largely silent. His teachers could not understand him, and his father became increasingly disappointed. Years passed, yet the boy seemed unable to speak anything of significance. Eventually, the father married again and had several more sons. These younger sons excelled in everything society admired. They mastered the Vedas, they became respected scholars, people praised them wherever they went. Their names spread far and wide. Beside them, Aitareya appeared to be a failure. His mother watched all of this unfold with growing sadness. Seeing other women take pride in their accomplished sons, she felt the pain of comparison. And one day, her sorrow overflowed. She spoke to Aitareya with tears in her eyes. Other mothers rejoice because their sons are honored by the world, she said. They become learned, respected, and accomplished. But you seem incapable of even the simplest studies. What fortune have I gained through your birth? Those words came not from cruelty, but from heartbreak. Yet, when neither parent fully understood, was that something entirely different was taking place within the boy. For a while, Aitareya seemed indifferent to worldly learning. One name lived constantly upon his lips, Vāsudeva. Again and again, that was all he uttered, Vāsudeva, Vāsudeva. After hearing his mother's sorrow, Aitareya quietly left home and wandered toward a great gathering where priests and scholars had assembled. The sacrifice was already underway. The finest ritualists were present, and the most learned Brahmins were reciting sacred mantras. Everything appeared perfect. But as Aitareya entered the assembly, something astonishing occurred. The priests suddenly lost their voices. The mantras they had memorized for years disappeared from their minds. The recitation stopped. Confusion spread through the gathering. No one understood what was happening. Then, in the midst of that silence, Aitareya softly uttered a single name, Vāsudeva. Immediately the obstruction vanished. The priests regained their voices, the mantras returned, and the sacrifice continued. The entire assembly stood astonished. Only then did they realize that the simple boy they had dismissed possessed something far deeper than scholarship. His consciousness was immersed in the divine itself. The Linga Purāṇa does not reject knowledge here. It honors learning throughout, but it reveals a subtle truth that appears again and again in spiritual traditions. Knowledge may fill the mind, but devotion transforms the heart. A person may know thousands of scriptures and still remain distant from the divine. Another may know almost nothing intellectually and yet remain immersed in remembrance. The greatness of Aitareya was not that he knew about God. It was that he lived in God. The story reaches a beautiful conclusion. The same boy who was once pitied becomes honored by sages, priests, and even celestial beings. Flowers are showered from the heavens. His mother, whose heart was once filled with sorrow, witnesses the true greatness of her son. And eventually, Aitareya attains the abode of Mahavishnu. The transformation is profound. Whom society considered deficient turns out to possess the deepest treasure, and the one who appeared silent was actually living in constant prayer, and the one who seemed to know little had discovered what others were still seeking. And perhaps that is the deeper truth hidden within the story. The mind is always repeating something. Worries, ambitions, regrets, fears, endless conversations with itself. The Linga Purāṇa gently suggests that spiritual transformation begins when that same power of repetition turns toward the divine. The name that fills the mind eventually shapes the heart, and the heart ultimately shapes the life. But the Linga Purāṇa is gradually leading us towards something even deeper. After teaching the power of remembrance, it begins asking a profound question. Who is the one being remembered? Who is Mahadev? Who is the reality behind the names, the prayers, the mantras, and the universe itself? It is here that the Linga Purāṇa begins unveiling one of its most extraordinary visions. When Sanat Kumara asked Nandikeshwara to explain the cosmic forms of Lord Śiva, the answer slowly expands the very meaning of divinity. The earth is Śiva. The waters are Śiva. Fire is Śiva. Wind is Śiva. Space is Śiva. The sun is Śiva. And the moon is Śiva. And the very self-dwelling within all beings is Lord Śiva himself. At first, these statements may sound poetic, but the Linga Purāṇa is pointing towards something much deeper. It is dissolving the ordinary boundary between God and creation. Mahadev is no longer presented merely as a divine being who governs the universe from somewhere beyond it. The universe itself begins appearing as his body. Every element, every force of nature, every movement of life becomes an expression of his presence. Again and again, the Linga Purāṇa points toward the same realization. Just as watering the roots nourishes every branch, leaf, flower, and fruit of a tree, worship offered to Lord Śiva reaches all beings because all beings arise from him. The countless gods, ancestors, creatures, planets, stars, and worlds are not separate from the source. They are expression of the same underlying reality. From there, the vision expands outward into the cosmos itself. The sun is described as one of the great visible manifestations of Mahadev. Its rays nourish life, ripen crops, sustain seasons, and silently support every living being upon the earth. There is something deeply beautiful about this symbolism. Human beings experience sunlight every day, and sometimes we rarely think about it. Yet without it, life could not exist even for a minute. In much the same way, the divine silently sustains existence whether we recognize it or not. If the sun reveals how Mahadev sustains life outwardly, the moon reveals how he nourishes life from within. The lunar form of Śiva is said to dwell within all beings as vitality, nourishment, fertility, mind, and life itself. The moon governs natural rhythms and nourishes living creatures, but symbolically, it points towards something even deeper, the inner world. The thought, emotion, memory, imagination, awareness all become expressions of the same cosmic reality. The Linga Purāṇa gently suggests that Mahadev is not only present in the universe around us, he is equally present in the universe within us. The rivers flowing across the earth becomes forms of Lord Śiva. The oceans become forms of Lord Śiva. The fire within sacrifice and the fire within the human body become forms of Lord Śiva. The winds moving through the world and through every breath become forms of Lord Śiva. And even the vastness of space itself becomes a form of Lord Śiva. Slowly, the Linga Purāṇa invites us into a completely different way of seeing reality. Nothing remains ordinary. Every breath becomes sacred. Every drop of water becomes sacred. Every sunrise becomes sacred. Every moment of existence becomes sacred. Because all of it is permeating by the presence of Mahadev. And yet the revelation continues to deepen. After describing the earth, water, fire, wind, space, sun and moon as forms of Lord Śiva, Nandikeshvara reveals the eighth and highest form, the self, the witnessing consciousness, the awareness through which every experience is known. The search begins in the external universe. It moves through the elements. It moves through nature. It moves through the cosmos. And finally, it arrives within. The same Mahadev present in the stars, rivers, oceans, winds, and planets is also present as the innermost self of every living being. The seeker who looks deeply enough discovers that the distance between worshipper and worshipped begins to disappear. The universe is not merely filled with Lord Śiva. The universe exists within Lord Śiva. And the heart itself becomes a doorway to the infinite. The seeker returns to the source. And there, beyond every name, every form and concept, stands Mahadev. Not distant from existence, but as existence itself. May Jagat Pita Mahadev bless us all. Keep seeking, keep chanting, keep surrendering. Om Namah Shivaya.